My name's Melissa Jones, and I'm a student at the University of Washington in the Human-Centered Design and Engineering Department. For our Interactive Systems Design and Technology course, our final project was to apply our knowledge of coding in Python to create an application that utilizes data provided to us by an API and present something new to our users. My first project utilized an API called My Movie API, which, as you can imagine, was a database full of movie information. I planned to have my users input a movie title and select from certain movie attributes. My application would then present them with the corresponding data. The project was coming along great. Here's a bit of my code showing the type of data I could return to my user. Here, for example, if the user desired information about Titanic, maybe their directors, or listed their actors. I even had the beginning workings of a web interface in place. There was a type box for the users to type the movie title and a few checkboxes. But just 2 days before my final project was due, the API I was using no longer existed. A student's worst nightmare. As you can see here, mymovieapi.com is no longer. So now, with the project I've been working on for months, a pile of malfunctioning red errors, I had to start over from scratch. But with every stormy cloud, there is a lovely silver lining, and I came up with a more creative and useful idea. With the data my new API returned, I ambitiously began designing a new web page that would ultimately utilize Google's App Engine. It would present the user with a scrolling, clickable menu of all of the movie posters of the now playing movies. From that, the user could click and see a variety of other movie facts related to that movie. But with the deadline shortly approaching, I decided to postpone the idea of a web interface and focus on making the console interface as unique and fun as possible. MeetCheep. Cheep presents the users with a list of now playing movies and asks the user which one they were thinking about going to go see. For this example, the user chose Disney's Frozen. Cheep then exclaims that going to the movies is really expensive. He offers the user some similar titles that they could possibly rent, saving them some cash. After providing the user with a list of the similar titles, Cheep asks if they want to watch any of those movie trailers. For this example, the user chose Enchanted, and Cheep provided the YouTube link. He then asks if they'd like to see the trailer of any of the now playing movies. In this example, the user again chose Frozen. Cheep then offers to display movie posters from any of the movie titles previously shown. Little Cheep is a very giving creature. Even if the user answers no to all of the above questions, Cheep still gives the users a list of popular movie titles in case perhaps they didn't like any of the movies that he first suggested. In addition to his witty humor, Cheep isn't case sensitive, can handle errors with ease, and can start over at any point. Cheep ends the program by bidding adieu to the user with a list of upcoming films. Thank you for watching this video on my final project. In the upcoming quarter, I'll be taking a web programming class, at which time I hope to bring Cheep off of the console and to the web, giving us a cheaper alternative for movie nights. Thank you!